Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Om Ganganapate Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwaraha. Guru Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadhike. Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Mahalakshmi Rupena Samstita. Namaste, 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 namo namaha. Om Shri Sadgurubhyo namaha. Shri Hanumate namaha. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 30th of December 2024. I want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Bhagavan residing in the heart of every being. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam ruddhe shriricunatishthati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. This verse is from the Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan Sri Krishna Paramatma states that the Ishvara, meaning He Himself is God, is residing in the heart, in the Hriday Akash of every single being. When we are asking the question, where does God exist? Where does the Brahman exist? Where is it actually? So one answer to this question is that within the heart. Within the heart, meaning this is the consciousness that is the watcher, the witness, the great infinite reality that is seeing through the mind, body, senses. And this is what Advaita Vedanta is showing us and teaching us. So as we are continuing our exploration of the Upanishads, one of the points that I want to mention today, would like to share with you today, is something called Sankhya Vichar. Sankhya Vichar is a very great technology. It is a psycho-spiritual technology of being constantly free in the present moment. As we're looking at the Mandukya Upanishad, where it says so beautifully, that Harihi Om, and then it begins with the Omkar, Om Iti, Etat, so the Omkar meaning what? That is the present moment also. Another way to understand this is that we are living only in the present. That is the life. That is our life. Sankhya Vichar is talked about in Swamini Vato by Sadguru Gunatitanand Swami in Swaminarayan Sampradaya. It's a very great technology. What is this technology? It means that whatever has happened in the past, in our personal lives, family lives, in the nation, in the world, in the galaxy, in the cosmos, anywhere, doesn't matter. Whatever has happened, it does not exist anywhere. It existed at one point through the present. Now it is only memory. Memories exist. I can remember what happened yesterday. But that doesn't mean that yesterday, that events that happened yesterday are real anymore. They are not real anymore. They are like a dream. And this is one of the great teachings of Advaita Vedanta. That all three avasthas, Jagrat, Swapna, and Shushupti, all three states of experience for the Jivatma are all like a dream. They are, in fact, as per Vedanta, the dream of Brahman. It is God's dream, or the dream of the divine. Amazing. Really, absolutely, what an idea that is. That billions and billions of galaxies and universes and all of us and everything else that exists is a dream of God, is a dream of the Brahman, of the vast consciousness itself is dreaming the many. The one that is dreaming the many. So that's the big idea. That's the big notion in Advaita, because we're going to focus completely on Advaita Vedanta this in the upcoming year and really probe very carefully into the Upanishads, then get back into Vivek Chudamani and connect the other great masters along with this. Then we're going to have some retreats, maybe 4 or 5, pretty good quality retreats throughout 2025 on Advaita Vedanta. I've just completed a research volume on that. That'll be available. So people who attend the retreat will, can get that also. We'll talk about that later on. But my point is simply that Advaita is giving us a vision that will make us absolutely, unconditionally, unequivocally free. It will make us completely free. And see, why is that? Because of the singular idea that there is only one and not two. What an amazing idea this is, that there is only one. The two or the three or the four, the multiplicity, it does exist, but it is relatively existing. It is not the actual reality, and it also has its place, but it is only the one appearing as the many. It's the appearance of the many. And this is where Sankhya Vichar, the technology of Sankhya Vichar that Gunatitanand Swami has talked about in Swamini Vato, it's like the third or fourth, the entry in the first prakaran. It means that to dive into the present with the Swarup of Paramatma, Ishtadevata and Guru, if one has Guru, or Hanumanji, Ganeshji can be Guru, no problem. Ishtadevata mein lag jana, bhajan bhakti ke liye. In the present, don't hold on to anything that is causing entanglement in the past. Easy for me to say. Very difficult for almost anybody to do because we haven't understood it clearly. The clarity of understanding is not just an intellectual knowledge. I have knowledge about it. Sachin has some knowledge about Sankhya Vichar. We can even talk a lot about it. But that's fine. That's necessary. Even right now, Sachin is speaking. Some people are listening. Okay, fine. But that's not enough. It has to really become real from inside. See, this is the transition from knowledge to satyam. I would differentiate these two words. Knowledge meaning, yes, I can understand what is Sankhya Vichar, that stay in the present, don't get stuck in the past. But anything that comes up from the past that one is stuck in, that too, completely de-identify with it. This is Sankhya Vichar. We'll talk more about it. How to do that sadhana. And Bhagavan Satya hai, stay in the present, de-identify with everything in the past that is causing binding. Okay, this is the basic concept. All right. So what? Just because we spoke the concept doesn't mean it has been internalized and actualized. Internalization, Vachanamrut mein Maharaj kehte, dharvu and vicharvu in Gujarati. Hold and contemplate. He's given two beautiful words. It's a tremendous guidance. Hold the words inside. See, what we generally do in 1 year, a little bit we like something here and there, out the year, and we're back to our old patterns again. That is where we're getting stuck and trapped inside Maya. Because we are not holding the words that are going to cause liberation. The words of the great enlightened sages, they have to be held in your own personal space in the mind. Nobody else can do that for us. That's why Vedanta teaches us Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam, Sakshatkar. So nobody can hold Brahma Vidya for us. We have to hold it ourselves only. And if we don't do that, it's in 1 year, out the other. Thodi aarti ki, prasad le. Good sanskars are there. That's all good. Good to do all that. But that still is, that is all quite superficial. It can become superficial. It doesn't have to be. So to hold the words inside, like Sankhya Vichar, 2 words for today. If you're taking, some people are taking notes and all, who are listening to this later on or whatever, write it down. Sankhya Vichar. It's a technology. It is a psycho-spiritual, divine technology, actually originating thousands of years back. Kapil Devji is the Acharya of Sankhya Darshan, which we'll talk about in some reference later on. And in the Bhagavatam, his teachings come in, I believe, in the 5th canto, Pancham Skanda of Srimad Bhagavatam. So anyway, there's a lot of amazing stuff behind it. It's quite in-depth. But Gunatitanand Swami took it all and put it in a very straightforward manner that even the villagers in Gujarat could understand. Gamda una loko, in Gujarati we say. Abharn gamda na loko ne pan magajma besi jaya vastu. This is how we speak in Gujarati. Abharn loko. So he had to speak. This is the amazing thing. If you go to Junagadh sometime, there's a Swaminarayan temple there. And the original Swaminarayan temple is there where Gunatitanand Swami was the Mahant for 40 years. He was the head of that temple. He was just and he traveled in 500 villages at that time. And so many people are illiterate. They don't have knowledge of Vedanta and Bhagavatam and all this thing, So he has to teach in a very simple, straightforward manner. But what he taught, you'll find all the scriptures inside Swamini Vato. That is the glory of that scripture. Anyway, this technology. So Gunatitanand Swami said 2 things. Sankhya e akche. Simple points, but they are extraordinarily liberating. They will liberate us. Sankhya e akche. That means that is vision. Vision of what? That the past does not exist anywhere. It has no existence. There is nothing like the past. My goodness, what a shocking statement that is. And it's a statement made by all of the great sages to awaken us from the binding power of Maya. That is the laser-like statement made. It is called Brahma Vakya. That statement is made so we know, so that we can learn to live completely in the present. While we are using our memories, our experiences for guidance, the experiences of the past are recorded for guidance. They are definitely not recorded to be stuck over there. And that is called Sankhya Vichar. Vichar means what? It's a special type of cognitive and intellectual probing where one internalizes the fact that the past does not have any force on the present in terms of binding force. This is a profound meditation, because what happens in life, we are constantly thrashed by the past rather than being awakened to be guided by the past. To be guided by the past, to gain wisdom from the past, to gain knowledge about how we should live, what we should do, and to see each moment, each hour as absolutely fresh and new. Nitya Naveen it is called. Nitya means every day. Every day is new. There's these beautiful Bibles in Christianity also. A New Day Bible. What is the concept? These ideas are there in the Bible also. Quite a bit of them are there. That you wake up in the morning by the grace of God. भगवान की कृपा से हम जागते हैं. वचनामृत में क्या लिखा है? महाराज क्या कहते हैं वचनामृत में? We don't have the capacity to wake up even ourselves, nor do we have the capacity to go into the dream state by ourselves. We don't have that capacity. That is by the divine will that we are able to make the transition from Jagrat Avastha to Swapna Avastha to Shushupti Avastha back into Jagrat Avastha. The transitions among these avasthas are only possible by the divine will of God. By the divine will of God. And there is no other way that it can happen. You just try it right now. If you're just sitting in our chair, sitting on the table or whatever, say, I want to go to sleep. We just go to sleep like that? No, we cannot. Now, no doubt there are medications that people take to try to change the brain chemistry, and you can wind up feeling sleepy that way. But even there's divine will in that. We don't realize that. You see, so the will of Paramatma is paramount. And to recognize that, to recognize the absolute will of Bhagavan is the whole ball game. There is a beautiful Vachanamrut. I was looking at this yesterday. Sarangpur, number 6 Vachanamrut. Ek avastama babbe avastanu char prakarni vaninu. So this is a very profound thing, and we'll talk about that in some other forums. But it speaks to the fact that we are powerless without the presence of the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-doing, omnipotent Paramatma. We have this illusion. This illusion is there that we are doing everything. I am something. This is called ahankar. This is called ahankar. The ahankar, no doubt, has some relative functional place, no doubt. It has that. Its basic function is to possess, that this is mine and I am this. This is, I and mine is the function of ahankar. Hu and emaru. In Gujarati, we would say it that way. But the ahankar, it begins to transform. It begins to realize that in the path of bhakti, in the bhakti marga, oh Lord, you are the one who is the whole and soul. And when that deep devotion comes about, we are able to stay in the present moment, and Sankhya Vichar gets established inside the Antakarana. It is the Pratishta. It is the Pratishta. Pratishta means installation of the Gnan and Vairagya, of Gnan and Vairagya. The ideas that are supporting Gnan and Vairagya get installed inside the sadhak's mind. That is a very big stage of realization. Usually they don't get installed. We hear them, we think about them a little bit. Installation nahi hota. No, installation hota hi nahi. Very few people have ever actually installed those ideas. This is called pratishtha, prana pratishtha. शब्दों की प्रतिष्ठा करनी सदगुरु की कृपा से. हम यही करते ही नहीं. We don't know. We've never even heard this idea probably, how to do that. But that is if we want to liberation, if. Shankaracharya ji kya kehte hai? Mumukshutvam, tivra mumukshutvam. We talked about it 2 years ago. Who is there who really wants to be liberated? Sadguru Nishkulanand Swami ji kehte hai, Kholi kholi ne kholi yu, khara khapawala ni khotare. In Bhakta Chintamani or Nishkulan Kavya, somewhere he has mentioned, बहुत बड़े संत हो गए, वैराग्य मूर्ति, ऐसा संबोध था, उन पूर्ण वैराग्य की मूर्ति थे वो. इसे खोली खोली ने खोली यू, खरा खपवाड़ा नहीं खोटरे. I've seen thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I'm trying to find who has true mumukshutvam. कौन है ऐसा? किसके पास हिम्मत है कि रियल मुमुक्षुत्व जागृत हो जाए? सब जीव विषय में ही डूब जाते हैं. मुमुक्षुत्वम आता नहीं, बहुत दुर्लभ है. दुर्लभम त्रयमय वेत देवानुग्रह हेतुकम. देव अनुग्रह, भगवान का जब अनुग्रह होता है, बड़े संतों की जब दृष्टि होती है जीव पर, मुमुक्षु पर और साधक पर, तब तीव्र मुमुक्षुत्वम, रियल मुमुक्षुत्वम, actual installation of the words inside, like Sankhya Vichar. The concepts get installed, they don't remain concepts anymore. And that is the key difference. और इसमें परम शक्ति है, इसमें महाशक्ति जो देवी है, साक्षात देवी जो माँ दुर्गा है, उनकी जो कृपा होती है इसमें. So she enters into the heart of the devotee. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's stop here for now. ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम गंगणपते नमः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुदेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। चैतन्यः शाश्वतं शान्तं व्योमातीतं निरञ्जनं नादबिन्दुकलातीतं तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्य त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्य मामृतात्। ओम दिव्यलिंगाय नमः, ऊर्ध्वलिंगाय नमः, आनंदलिंगाय नमः, द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंगाय नमो नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय। ओम श्री उमा महेश्वर स्वामिने नमः। ओम श्री द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंगाय नमो नमः। ओम चंद्राय नमः। ओम सूर्याय नमः। ओम नवचक्रांगाय नमः। ओम कालकंटकटाय नमः। ओम श्री उमा महेश्वर स्वामिने नमो नमः। ओम दुर्गे दुर्गे रक्षिणी ठठ स्वाहा। ओम श्री दुर्गार्पणमस्तु। ओम श्री राधा कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। ओम ह्रीं स्वाहा।